Hey, everybody, we're live.
Woo!
Hey. I'll try to sound excited.
Celebrate.
Woo, woo, woo.
It's gonna be all right. We could take a
But on my
holiday.
way, I am still just a rat in a cage.
That's right.
I should put the headphones on.
Update. Somebody's got their. Okay. There we go. The Tyranny cards are mailed out.
Don't say it until I get my headphones in. I'm excited
All right. Yes, and I think we've decided that I will no longer be in charge of mailing shit out. I am officially taking myself off of that responsibility tree.
That actually kind of answers a question because I was going to ask about the next batch of cards that I'm ordering and how we're sending those out. But
yeah, I'd just send them.
I can get them to me and get them done.
Yeah, that would be awesome because I'm burnt out.
Did I send you guys the progress picture?
Oh,
Yes.
Of sexy Soontir?
Yes. Yes. And I have 100 thumbs up on that one.
Yeah.
It's
the
good.
Mickey massage implants work out great.
Oh my gosh, he's doing such a good, like he is harnessed, like he sent me a message saying I'm sorry if it's not exactly what you guys wanted. I made it a little silly. And I'm like, I don't think you understand who we are. We asked you for a sexy Soontir fell. Like, come on. We're looking for ridiculous.
For it.
Like, the more ridiculous you can make it, the better.
It's good. Oh my God, it's going to be so good.
I love it when I look at my phone and I can't stop laughing, and my wife is like, "What? What? What?" I'm like, I can't breathe right now. What do you want me to do?
Speaking of can't stop laughing, I'm sorry, but meme of the fucking year was that Chris Allen meme that someone posted the other day. Have you guys seen that one?
The one where he's drunk and a cartoon?
No, it's the one where he's like, "Oh, you brought Wedge." And not Luke or Sabine. And then he's got his hands up in the air. He's like, "What did you want me to do, officer? Not pour glue down his mouth?" Oh, I was crying so hard when I saw that. I was laughing.
I like. There's an interesting conversation that if you ever want to have like a serious, like fascinating conversation with Zach Matthews. Now, I know a lot of those words don't feel like they should go together, but talk to him about people who feel they are crate adjacent. And it's a fascinating conversation of, so you got the crates, and on their shows, they use these specific insults like, "Oh, they're glue eaters." And like they said that once or twice. But then insults like that get out into the community, and you see these people that he refers to them as crate adjacent, as people who hear that on that show, and then they start using those terms over and over and over to the point they get played out. But they make these phrases mainstream, and that's the part that like we've had conversations as like, you know, as podcasters, you have people who listen to you, and you have to realize that things you say have an impact on the community. So like that whole thing of glue eaters, you know, we're already getting to this point of insulting people who play certain lists and declaring them as like glue eaters. And like I'm not a huge fan of it. Because I mean, people can choose to play whatever they want, and you know, play what you enjoy, you know, and some things just aren't going to be nearly as good. I mean, we get over it, and we're competitive players. We're going to be constantly looking for the best thing. So it's just a really interesting thing, and especially when some of those people take those terms and those little minor quips that the crates have, and take
To the
it
nth
way too fucking far.
I'm a little mind blown that after over a year, this is now coming to fruition.
Oh, come on. This is not a new
Well,
thing.
no, this is a conversation I've had with Zach many a
I'm
time.
pretty sure Chris Allen doesn't want to come on the show because I think we got into this pretty hardcore. I think that was the whole extent of my dad talk, and I mean, I don't remember most of it, but I think that was the general idea.
Right, you're super late into him about that. But yeah, I mean,
Ignorance is bliss, man. They don't care. They don't care if the community picks it up or not.
right. I mean, they're saying it's like, hey, we're just having this conversation between friends. We just chose to live stream it. We don't care what other people think. And like,
Yeah.
but you have to accept the fact that you're popular. People are going to do the things that you say and say the things that you say. And if you're outrageously negative towards the community and, sling insults back and forth, other people are going to do that. And, so some of it's hilarious and fun and we have a good laugh, and some of it goes way too fucking far. And there's some of that. And like, I'm not going to give examples because it's stuff that I want to see disappear, but I've known we've pissed off some people to the point that, they don't like talking in certain venues because they know that these things are going to get said, and it really bothers them. I mean, I'm not talking about, snowflake people getting offended at stupid shit. It's serious things that just need to disappear, and we've taken them too far. So,
well, I want to thank Luke Carrington for OC Games creation.
sorry, fuck me.
It's all right, Coach.
You can tell that Chico's in one of those
Quick little thing, bringing us back to the past. I forgot to start the timer when we started the broadcast. We're going to do quick snaps. I'm going to do a snap so we can line it up. You guys don't need to because it's all going to be on YouTube. So 3, 2, 1, Montana. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Woo woo woo!
That was
the New Kids on the Block version. That's the
like all of our screaming. Coach was way overlaying that snap. So you might want to do like a real snap.
I just wrote down happy birthday is zeros. So there's timestamp number 1. If everyone didn't know, it is Montana's birthday today. He is 27 years young.
Yeah, holy fucking shit. He's
right?
Yeah. Wait a minute. He's younger than me. And
he's younger than everyone.
Babies and whatnot, or baby.
Oh,
Is it
Lord.
1 or 2?
4, doesn't he? 3 or 4 already?
Oh my lord.
He multiplied like 17 times since Gen Con already. He's like a tribble.
There's only two things in the Montana household.
Star Trek on here.
They only do 2 things in that household: play X-Wing and the other thing.
That's why he had to give up podcasting.
There was no room for 3. There was no room for 3.
Do you do you think he listens to us when he makes love?
Oh man,
Hmm.
like the sound of sweet.
I don't know. Is it one of those things that keeps him going longer?
Nope, I'm out.
Too far.
I stepped up to the line and you pushed me in the back into the water, and now I'm flailing for my life. I'm out.
Wilhelm scream and all.
We asked him to see if he could be on tonight. He said he might make a late appearance because he's having his
Not anymore. I guess I'll edit this episode since he quit.
And if he does hop on, nobody's it'll be really fun.
Everybody shut the fuck up. He'll skip to the next timestamp and ignore all of this.
Oh, this is just good old fashioned. He doesn't even do the funny stuff at the end anymore. So I'm pretty sure he just looks at my stand.
It's like I've edited this show a few times. I ain't listened to this bullshit over again.
It's just not worth it. It's just not worth
it. I've done it a couple times where I took the extra bits and as I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, that's funny. Copy paste down into this extra track. Oh, there's another thing. Copy paste into the extra track. Oh, fuck that.
Highlight, delete.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so I think we'll just get started. Got some stuff to talk about today. Pre-show notes. You guys want to go articles, then Mynock, or Mynock, then articles?
I think chronological order is always typically best.
Your lounge mode needs to get these things move. So you're gonna be all belly scratching over there. You got to get the fucking microphone in front of your face.
So I don't know.
Christopher Brown wants to talk about Mynock. There we go. Done.
Yeah, I think going chronologically is usually good, especially with Mynock. We'll get to talk about what happened, what their meta was, what the future is bringing, how it's going to change the meta. It flows right through, and then we close, and we're all happy.
And we finish with butt missiles.
What did you say?
Butt missiles.
Butt missiles?
Chronologically, that would be in the middle.
That's in the middle.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Missiles?
I did not realize this was like a game reference, and I was like, what are you doing in your free time?
Butt missiles.
You don't want to go inside of this head. All right.
Don't go inside that butt either.
Inside that butt. Good morning, X-Wing! Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rocket from the Zealous Pilot to the 4BV. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the OCX Radio podcast, broadcasting live from the OCX studios in beautiful downtown Orange City, Iowa. My name is Aaron, the Coach Crawl, and joining me tonight, Mr. Sad Sally himself, Chris Chico Brown.
It is a beautiful day today. I'm super happy to be here, and that is all of the excitement I can muster because everything sucks.
all downhill from here, folks. Oh, and out of the cobwebs, we dusted off the old OCX Ace of Legend, Ryan Ontopski.
Talking about incoming misery. Apparently snow in a few days here.
Oh, dun.
It's coming.
Yeah, we're supposed
It's winter.
We're getting some tomorrow.
It's cold. Play more
I just
X-Wing
got a
inside,
new car.
people.
I'm ready for it.
Play more X-Wing inside.
Do you play outside?
No.
Has anyone played an X-Wing game outside?
I think
Yes.
I think actually Padre
There
has.
was-
He played on his deck.
There was some year where the FFGOP like put out a Twitter thing saying send us pictures of you playing in the snow, and people did, and it was ridiculous.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, so people actually went outside and like packed down their snow in a 3x3 area, set up their asteroids, a couple ships, snapped a picture, and got the fuck back inside because nobody really does that shit.
And from the chat, Jerry, nobody fucking knows what Celsius means here. So you're negative 20 Celsius. I don't know.
America, we use the F.
Yeah. America, Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Miles per hour. America.
The metric system makes so much more sense in everything but temperature.
And bringing up the rear as always, Kyle, the Sloot Stews.
Internet, go eat a turkey leg. The best random quote coming from chat ever. Thought that
Where's
was
that come from?
Remember when Chris Chico Brown he said, I'll say the first thing that you post in chat? he just said, internet, go eat a turkey leg.
That was a good time. I've tried to get them to do it a couple more times, but they disappointed me.
He took me by surprise because I wasn't even watching the chat. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
We got weird friends.
Content, Kyle. I'm talking content.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we here at the OCX Radio are once again blessed with all kinds of news, and I believe we're the first ones to get it out. So I think we're going to go in chronological order. We're going to just hit what happened first, and that happens to be some tournament that happened out in LA, or South LA or SoCal or LoCal or whatever. Who cares? The worst coast. It's where Gordon lives. It was the Mynock Open, and turns out it was a pretty successful tournament as far as I could tell. 160 plus, or was it exactly 160 players? Anybody know?
I would say ish/plus. Don't have the actual number.
Okay. Well, I mean, good enough. It's 160 players. That's pretty good. That's for a non-FFG tournament. A podcast basically run. I mean, granted, it helps that it's one of the biggest podcasts out there, but man, did they get people from all over the place, which is super, super awesome. I can't believe there were Australians that drove up there for that.
I'm pretty sure they didn't drive.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way.
They flew there. Oh, funny
I mean,
story, though.
like I know you're probably like a super fan of Risk, and I know there's a line that connects, but that's not a real bridge. That's just a connection in the game.
Get to the Americas. Anyway.
Not driving. They go on long boats across from non-freedom land to freedom land, and hopefully they bring enough oranges to not have scurvy. There's your history lesson for the day.
There's your health, history and hygiene, or health, or whatever they want to call it. But funny story though about the Australians. They did actually decide to drive 3 hours out of their way because one of them found a town called Onyx.
Oh yeah,
he had to get a picture of the three of them next to the goddamn town sign of like 5,000 people that had Onyx on it. And nobody could believe they drove 3 hours out of the way to go do that. But they did, because they're fucking crazy.
I would have loved to have been on that little joyride up there and back.
Oh.
well, I must say, there is a Chico, California. I would have driven there. I don't fucking care where it is. California is not that big, so it has to be close to wherever they were. Right?
I guarantee you, those Australians would not have made it to the Mynock Open if I was in that car with them. We would have been late as shit. I don't know if they got strip clubs down in Australia, but we would have hit a couple. No, we probably wouldn't have, but whatever. Because I don't go to those things.
Nope, we don't go to strippers.
Not anymore. We're cool. Anyway, so the Mynock Open happened, and I believe it was pretty much a normal tournament. Swiss cut to top, and I think what we're going to discuss today is basically what made it to the top. Why was it good? Scum seemed to be the big winners. The fucking tugboat. All hail our savior, the tugboat.
Yeah,
it's all about the double tug.
Yeah, double tug.
Two tugboats in a list, one Crossroads. Two tugboats in a list, one of Mynock Open. The double tug.
Really good, and that's ridiculous. The fact that tugboats and Punishers and M3As, not M3As, the M1GA, the fact that things like that are good is just mind blowing, and like that in itself was worth second edition happening.
Yeah,
like to just blow away the meta so hard that Punishers and tugboats are just wrecking people's days. Like even like the Phantoms are showing up and going, hey, can we play again?
Oh,
yeah, sure. But you get one less attack die. It's like, oh, okay, we'll still do that.
Well, and then they're like, okay, we'll just choke you to death with Vader.
Right.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till like a year from now. We're like, oh man, remember the tugboat meta?
No,
right.
I don't want to remember the tugboat meta.
Oh,
when the tugboat was sitting in my tackle box and I wasn't allowed to play with it because I had no desire to, and it wasn't really a part of the meta, it didn't sadden me. But now that it's good, it's kind of like, well, damn it, you're telling me that I probably should bust that thing out and give it a shot just so I know what my opponent's going to do to me? That sucks.
How dare you use logic there? Man, not enough people do that. Where we're like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and fly this thing. It's like, no, Ree, you're flying the meta thing, Ree. It's like, no, you should fly that list at least once, so you can get inside of your opponent's head and be like, oh, that's kind of what they want to do. That's the range they want to set up for that pounce.
Yeah.
Like, do that, people. Fucking do that.
You can literally just look at them in the eye and go, I'm flying a Punisher or a tugboat. I never thought I would say that. So fuck off. Yeah. Apparently I'm flying meta.
Yeah. God forbid
not fucking handle that.
Yeah, I know we got one local in town that's been like, I've been running 5 of these things before they were meta. It's like, yeah, you have. Yeah, you have.
It's like, congratulations, you were wrong at one point, and you got lucky.
Yeah.
But you know, there's some motherfucker out there in like the middle of like Omaha or some ridiculous state that I still don't really know if it exists, that's been running like TIE aggressors. And he's like leaning on his cane with his big beard going, I believe that these are going to be good one day.
This is the ancient.
Are you sure you don't know Aaron Bonner? Because you pretty much nailed him. Aaron Bonner will show up with TIE aggressors, and everyone will be like, fuck.
Oh, and he will manage to win like crazy with them just enough that everyone starts buying them. And then throwing them on the table going, what the fuck? How did he win with those things? And then Fantasy Flight will just laugh and laugh and laugh and pay their check that they promised to Aaron Bonner.
His retainer will come through.
Oh, I am convinced they did that. He sold so many K-Wings and what else?
You couldn't get them for a year and a half.
Holy shit. It's like there was that one Worlds where he flew the triple tactician K-Wings.
Yep.
And they said they sold more K-Wings in that day, like after his game got streamed, than like any other time ever.
The great part of it is you get him drunk and he'll sit there like with like one eye kind of like this. He's like, I don't understand why they didn't know it was good. It's good. It's right there. It's good. I don't understand. Like, Aaron, your brain works on another level than other people's brains work.
Right.
I miss that guy.
I do. I'm going to go see him here soon. Are you coming with, Kyle?
Why not?
Yeah. We're going to do a shameless plug right now for the Extra Life tournament down in Omaha. It is a charity event to raise money for kids with cancer, I believe. Not for cancer, against cancer this time. Whatever. No, it's just a little 24-man person tournament. It's going to be super fun. Patrick down there is running it. So if you're in the immediate area, OCX is going to be there. We're going to be bringing goodies. We're going to be raising money. We might even have me telethoning and streaming the whole thing. So if you want to watch me for 6.5, 7 rounds of X-Wing, be sure to tune in.
Doing all the commentating?
It's going to be a good time.
Ryan, what literally anything else will we be doing that day?
I don't know.
So
it's going to be like negative 35 Celsius and snowing outside.
I mean, we could see the progression. I mean, it's a longer progression of Coach getting drunker over like a lot more hours period.
It's just I hit hour 2 and then it just it's just 4 more hours.
By round 6, it's Coach passed out.
It's like, will there be any golden rule for that?
No.
What the fuck is just?
The last time we went to Sparta,
Where we game?
there it is. Coach was he was feeling pretty good, but then
Just fine that trip. We went down. It was one of our local guys that was the bad one that time. I was okay. That's why I got tabled by Fergie.
Oh, that was yeah.
Off the board.
I'm thinking of the time before. Usually we have a pretty big and rich time when we go down this far.
Time. But to get back to the actual tournament that happened, which was the Mynock Open. So, I believe, Ryan, you have. Excuse me. Let's go with the top 8. I feel like that's a good reflection of what kind of made it to the top there. I don't need to know the full list, just kind of what the ships were, who flew them. I think enough of us watched the stream enough to be able to relive a couple of those games.
Sure. Well, the nice thing about this little data sheet is they don't have the exact 1 through final list. They just have the finish of Swiss, but I can pretty much guesstimate most of these. So the winner was overall Boba Palob and 2 tugboats. Beat a super jacked up Boba Caval and an escape craft. Like the escape craft had marksmanship. I don't know if that was an error, but the Lando had marksmanship.
Yeah, I don't know about that one either. I get the whole reroll thing, and then you're hoping because you're obviously never taking any other action other than coordinate, right?
Yeah, you're probably coordinating completely. Yeah,
I can see where marksmanship plays in to where at least you can change something into something.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's assuming that all the damage Boba and Caval do, they're spending as many tokens on that. So anything that Lando goes through, maybe there's a free crit in there.
Yeah, there's a nice little crit that'll happen. I can see where he came up with that. I mean, obviously it worked. I'd be interested to see if he ever even used marksmanship the entire day.
And if it was a very important crit.
Yeah.
In the top 6 or top 4, I know Andrew Bunn and Chris Allen got matched up against each other, and they were pretty much a mirror match, except someone won the bid. It was Redline, Soontir, and Whisper.
Oh, God.
Oh,
it's only fitting that came down to that.
Which is a damn good list. I mean, that was one of the lists that I took Chris Allen's list and just tweaked it just a little bit and ran it on Sunday in our local league, and the sucker is brutal.
Yeah,
like really fucking good.
That might be the top Imperial list right now. Is essentially Whisper, Redline plus your choice of ship. If you feel comfortable enough flying Soontir, some people like Duchess, some people like Vermeil as another beef ship, but it's Redline and Whisper, and then go from there.
Wasn't Chris Allen running Whisper, Soontir, and Redline?
Yeah.
That's what we just said.
I mean, there's like Juke. Is that what you just said? Okay, fuck off.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
What I want to go to is basically just Juke, and regular Redline, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did the double Juke. He did Juke on Soontir and Juke on Whisper.
But no bombs on Redline.
He just did advanced sensors. He just counted on a better position and more torpedoes, which I think is a decent call.
Because like even the guy I faced started off with, your Redline doesn't have bombs, I'm not afraid, and then I made him afraid.
Yes,
you don't need bombs on Redline.
You're like, hey, what if my Redline just turned into a defender? Sounds like a 4K with target lock and focus is pretty sweet,
right?
and all the munitions I want. It's a pretty good list. I like it a lot. It's one of those where you're like, I have to kill Redline. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can't leave him alone.
Soontir and Whisper left, and they both have Juke, and that's not happening because Redline's going to take somebody out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Bunn decided to go Predator, so he had the 2-point extra bid over Chris Allen, so he won that bid.
That's just fitting.
Yeah, and bid is fucking ridiculous on that list.
15 points was the bid for Andrew Bunn.
Well, yeah, and Chris Allen's list's name was, please God, nobody with a 14-point bid. Like that's the name of his list, and then he met somebody with a 15-point bid.
That's what the picture was. It was a terrible picture because it was upside down.
It was terrible.
Me trying to like turn my phone to where my phone doesn't fucking auto rotate was a very funny thing to watch, I'm sure. But that's super funny that those two, first of all, did well enough to make it that high. Then they had to play each other, and Bun's just like, I'm better than you.
Well, like to take a second on that is like we're not seeing a whole lot of lists that are doing that point race. Like we only really see it on the Boba Fett Guri style lists and the Imperial Ace kind of lists. Like those two are doing it. And they're fighting that to get under one another because the mirror, it's so important on that. But the other lists it's going against really don't give two shits.
No.
So like they're sacrificing the things they need against the mirror, and it's almost pulling them down to the point that like if you took that list and stacked it up to 200 points, you could get some amazing shit that just trounces some other lists.
Yes.
But the bid is driving them down to the point where it's evening everything out. And like I don't know if that's good or not, but it seems to be, you know, a decent like thing.
Well, it's kind of reminiscent of that whole like it's the race to PS11 and the bid kind of a deal.
The
Right.
funny thing about that whole deal with the point bid system is I've done the point bids before to help me to win the initiative with critical lists that I've run before, to whereas I can pass bid so I can either go last or take initiative so I can go first and bump first and get my actions. Whatever and whatnot, said be. Of all the times that I've lost points, whereas I've had to weed out and make my list less effective and have to fly it better, which no problem. You know what I mean? To make sure that it wins and works. I don't know. I've just erred on the side of I'm going to put in what I want to win or put in what I want to put in. And I just completely forget about bidding anymore. That's
Yeah, and to take a little bit of a tangent, I asked this question on one of the Mynock Daily things, but like assume your bid still determines player order. How would it change how much of a bid you're willing to take if your bid points were considered instantly destroyed at the beginning of the game? So instead of being the last thing that goes into the destroyed pile, it's the first thing. Know what I mean?
I do find that really interesting.
Like, then you would have the benefit of bidding for player order, but then you would have the downside of like losing those points right away, and you don't get to have like in these lists where you have a punch ship and then two aces. Is like, oh, well, which ace is going to be my end game ship because I need the one with more points? Oh, what if I just had 15 points that piles onto whichever ship is last to win on points? Let's reverse that and make those points just destroyed at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I think that does actually
I'm surprised they haven't tried that yet.
I like that.
Yeah,
because I think it evens out the cost benefit.
It shouldn't have two benefits to it. I don't think it should. I think if you're gonna bid that low, yes, you'll get to determine who goes first, but there's a downside to it as well. Because right now it's there's no downside to it if you run the right list.
Right.
The only thing you're losing out on is upgrades to deal with everything. And right now, the only list that could still bid but doesn't really have to is anything that really includes Boba Fett. Because Boba is good with just Marauder and Han Gunner, or is good with everything.
Yeah. Boba gives no shits if he's moving before the other Boba or after the other Boba.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot, Chico. I'm gonna fucking timestamp that. 27.
Chico said something amazing.
Chico's good idea.
There you go.
Amazing.
Now I'll crawl back under my bridge and be a troll again.
Quit being Sad Sally now. God damn it.
So, to kind of add something else from the top list, there was a singular rebel list that made the top cut. Now, I don't know if you saw this or went into it, but the way they designed this is you had to have 5 wins to make the second day. All 5 win peoples. There was 17.
So it's kind of like a system open.
Yeah, MOP did not matter.
But then day 2 was double elimination, so you weren't eliminated until you had 2 losses. So if you went 6-0 day 1, you could lose once on day 2 and still be in it. But if you were 5-1 going into day 2, it was all of a sudden single elimination for you.
Is that where that situation came from, where they're like the finalists could technically have a best of 3 match or something like that?
Yeah, if the guy
essentially, like if an undefeated guy got to the end and he lost his first game, he would have to lose again.
He would have to lose again, yeah.
So the one rebel list had Sabine, Luke, Lieutenant Blount, and Arc Nora.
Okay. Sounds
So just
yeah.
yeah, it's just Luke, just 3 upgrades total: debris gamut on Sabine, supernatural reflexes, and S foils. Blount and Nora were just that's it.
I think we've said it before and we'll say it again. I think Rebels is 1, not getting played enough to find out what's good, and 2, I don't think there's good. I don't think there's the top tier players playing Rebels in the first place.
Yeah, well, another thing too, like we said the last time, is the people that are running Rebels are so stuck in the 1.0 ways of running them in a block formation that maybe they should try a different strategy and they'll work out just fine. We haven't got there yet. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out what makes them work, and then once it does, we're going to be, oh, there they are. Now we get it.
Unless they're doing the ultimate fucking troll, which is just make Rebels bad. Like, they're actually maybe good, but they all got into a conglomerate and they're like, we're going to make them bad so we can get points down in January. And then we can like fucking come out and rule the roost.
Well, then evidently nobody told Europe because they keep shitting the bed on that one and winning with Rebels. It was like why you have to be so bad? It's like Rebels okay. It's like no, shut the fuck up. We're trying to lose so the points go down. It's like but I play these 4 ships and they good
and they win.
Good. Why you have to be so bad?
That's good. That's good.
That's good. Finally, someone's like, go back to. Thank God nobody pays attention to that when we're all asleep.
So, and I think that's potentially the key. And this is where I have to sit down and chat with the listener for a second. Okay.
Wait. Segment time.
Segment time.
OCX Ace of Legend. Oh, Ryan Ontopski is going to have his tips for you
Europe?
people.
Okay.
OCX tips for Europe.
Oh no!
This
Don't
should
do
be
that.
segment. Oh, I got on this.
Tips for you people. I love it.
So, if you Rebel players notice a trend here, successful lists currently have 4 ships. And I know a lot of you people want to run Wedge. He's not going to work in a 3-ship list. He's not going to work in a 2-ship list. 52% of Rebel lists at Mynock Open brought Wedge. I'm not convinced most of those were 4 ships.
Wow, that's amazing.
He was the highest played Rebel ship over Luke. So, I'm not saying Wedge is terrible. Not even saying he's bad. I'm saying you need to try different things instead of dropping a proton torpedo on him and then a proton on Luke and then a proton on something else and hoping you kill things fast enough because it's not working anymore. So, if you want to try Wedge, look at the Nordic Championship list. That's a solid use of Wedge, I think. It's a 4-ship list. There's a lot of things to shoot at and be shot by. But geez, lighten up on the Wedge. All right. There are other ships here that are just around the 52-point mark. One of them you may be scared of because it makes you panic attack and have PTSD from first edition. Her name is Miranda.
Oh, boy.
Miranda with Barrage Rocket is 2 more points than Wedge.
Really?
Yeah, 54 points is Miranda with Barrage Rockets. And point those arcs to the side, take a focus, let the barrage point forward.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
You got more board coverage and more health and a little regen.
And more firepower.
Yeah, you can use her ability to drop a shield and shoot.
Yeah.
If you don't have this ship already in your list, maybe you should put Jan Ors in your list on a Hawk with Moldy Crow. Also 54 points, 2 more points than Wedge. Pretty sure you can find a spot for it. And then Nor in a Y-Wing with a proton torpedo. Not bad. You either stay at range 2 to 3 and get shot by a proton, or be in range 1 where she's probably not going to die.
Are you saying you can fit those 3 and Wedge in a list?
No. Instead of Wedge. Try other things. There's other things around that point mark.
Because I was going to say, why are people not playing that?
Well, if you look at the Nordic list, it does have Jan Ors, Proton Torpedo Nora, Sabine, and Wedge. And you could do Wedge or you could do something else, but like 2 of those things are already in there. You could do Miranda instead of Wedge.
That seems like not a bad list.
It's not, I don't think. I think that's a better use of Wedge. I think where people are caught up in is like, hey, Wedge is an ace. I want 3 ace rebels. Let's put it together, guys.
Yeah.
And Wedge just dies.
Yeah, he just dies.
So
really laser in A New Hope, and he had to bug out. I mean, he can't take a whole lot. Everybody knows this. It's theatrical, right?
God, they are doing a theatrical.
Pretty much.
So, Rebel players, just explore. That's all I'm saying. Try the U-Wings. U-Wings, quote Paul Heaver, one of the best jousting values or jousting Rebel ships right now as a base ship.
Is a U-Wing?
A U-Wing.
Who is this person you speak of? His information sounds irrelevant.
Now, he could be trolling because he seems to be becoming more crate all the time just so he can win. So I don't know, but try it.
Abuse of power.
The problem is you never know, because I don't think I've ever seen any expression on Paul Heaver's face other than that shit-eating grin every once in a while. But it's like,
no
I
kidding.
don't know if you're fucking with me or not.
So here's what I just had in my head pictured for what Ryan Ontopski's segment was, right? So I can't help but to think him sitting back in a smoker's jacket with little flip-flops on, resting back in a thing with a pipe in his mouth. And it's like, and now the end of another informative Our Ace to You People segment from Ryan Ontopski.
I was thinking more, if I run Rebels, I run this.
Try other things.
Try other things, Europe.
Like a subtle.
Europe's already trying it. They're ahead of you guys. You need to catch up.
Ontopski's tip for Europe. Hope you all listen to that.
But what if I just take Wedge and outmaneuver and shove it straight down your throat? That should work, right?
Because shooting at things with 0 defense dice always works.
But hey, here, listen to this. Listen to this. Let's just take the same Imperial ships, subtract 50 points off so it can beat all the other American Imperial list runners, and then have Europe come over here with the Rebel list and kick our ass in the next World Tournament. Sounds like the American way.
So here, baby. World's gonna be red, white, and blue. I hope.
All right.
See, this is why we need to have worlds over in Europe, because America is really good with going over there and kicking ass.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Evan Lawson, where are you in that one? Come on, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Undefeated World War champions.
Yes. That was the clear sign that I didn't get the joke.
There you
I
go.
just laugh along like the little puppet that I am and go, ha 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 ha.
He's
Where are your
bubbling.
symbols, little monkey?
What are my symbols, little monkey? So, I think I want to first also I want to hit Ace's list as well. If
Oh,
that's
yeah.
on there, anybody
Yep.
remember?
I do. I can bring
I don't
it up
like
right
giving
now.
any credit to Back to Dials, but
Oh, come on. Everybody loves Ace.
Oh, I'm going to give him like credit, but then I'm going to question something because I'm curious as to why. But he played like traditional looking Imperial Aces, and we're talking a Lambda Shuttle, Vader, and Soontir Fel. But everyone's like, man, Psy with advanced sensors. I'm not sure why he felt the need to bring. I mean, I get Psy when he doesn't use advanced sensors is great, but when he does, I don't know if the point cost is worth it because he had a 1 point bid. He didn't care apparently. He just said, "I'm bringing I6s, and if I'm above you, sweet. If I'm not, well, I'm gonna play a little harder."
And he did. He obviously played harder. I was following him on Facebook, which was fantastic. Thank you, Issa, for. I mean, you made my phone ding every single hour, but he did what I am going to start doing is just take a picture of my opponent if they deem it worthy, and only if I win though. so,
so not very many pictures.
not very many pictures. But no, it was kind of fun. You got to see his opponent. You got to see his list, sort of. He gave an update. He did really well. Well, he made top 8.
At least 8, yeah.
I know he was up there quite a ways. But yeah, it was an Empire and Scum show, which I don't think anyone thought it wasn't going to be.
Yeah, nobody's surprised at that one.
I expected Crossroads and Mynock to not be very different.
Right. I was surprised about the winning list, but then when you look at it, you're like, okay, I get it.
I don't even know what won, and I wasn't paying attention earlier. So what was
Boba
it?
Fett,
Paylob.
Paylob, and 2 tugboats.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Double tug.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, it's got. I mean, is Scum now the toolbox faction?
And pretty
Maybe.
much. I mean,
They might have access to the most things because you can
Crypto-
still.
Passive mods and fuck with your repositioning. That's
yeah, there's a whole lot of fuck with your sense of normal,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like ships. It's like, man, I would love to be at range 1 of ships. Fen Rao goes, ha ha ha! And like, man, I am really good at flying between these rocks, and a tugboat comes up. Like,
Man, I had this really sweet token
Really-
stack.
really
Pal
you- yeah, like surely you can't get target lock and focus when you bumped. Boba Fett rolls in.
I think it's also really funny that it's like the perfect list for the beginning of 2.0. Because not everyone's logged in hundreds of games with this list, and not everyone knows what every dial is or every card is. You know, they don't have the mental 5 years buildup of having, memorized every card. So when you can fuck with their game plan, I think that's just a brilliant strategy going into a game when 2.0 is just new.
Yeah, that's always a good strategy. Ruin someone's game plan.
Yeah.
The problem with first edition was it got to the point of whatever, I just go forward a little bit and keep doing my game plan. Like it was very hard to ruin somebody's game plan. It's like
unruinable.
I've got my 4 rebel ships. I just fly in a block towards you wherever you are, whatever.
How has nobody made like the like a propaganda T-shirt that says "1 forward to victory" and it's just got a bunch of rebel pilots like just marching the line or something like that? I thought that would be a great idea for a T-shirt. But other takeaways from first of all, let's give the top 4 credit. Who were the top 4 contestants? Do we know who won the whole thing?
Garrett J.
A guy
Garrett
from California.
Yep, Garrett J won the whole thing. Who did he beat?
Congratulations, Garrett, from the OCX Radio Podcast. I hope.
Woo! Garrett.
Is he
Scum
from
flyer.
California? Because if he's not, I'm going to super give a really good like high five. But if he is, then
He ran Scum. It's okay.
he ran Scum. He's okay. Apparently, Ryan Farmer's spreadsheet isn't that well thought out. I mean, don't even have where he's from or his social security number, his phone number, his address.
Yeah, if he's susceptible to any adhesives.
What?
Kyle, what the fuck are you doing over there?
I'm shaking my paints like Luke told me to, okay?
Sure.
Shaking his paints.
Can you hurry up and finish so we can get on with the
Called
podcast?
foreplay.
Yeah, so I got one left and then I'm spent.
Oh, you're spent. Okay.
Anyway,
He's edging.
nobody else? Topsky? Nobody else?
I'm working on it right now. Trying to find. Oh yeah. So this.
Yeah, could you hurry up and get on with this content so we can quit bullshit?
Where's the damn listfortress.com website that was
That's-
supposed to be the next
so-
list juggler?
Ben was second place.
Ben
Rampley.
Sure.
Ripley?
We'll go with that.
Yep. He had Guri, Palob, and Forlom.
I like
You
that
say
guy.
Palob?
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna
You know what?
settle
All
this.
right. So my locals really hurt me with that because I say Palob a lot, but they've been saying Palob, and I'm like, oh god, it's
I mean-
a low.
I like Palo.
Is that Cody? Has Cody been doing that?
No, it's been some of the Leggett brothers.
I think we've already fixed Chico in his Sabine. Didn't you used to say Sabine or Sabine? That's what you used to call her.
Yeah, Sabine.
Sabine.
You used to call her Sabine, and like I always wanted to go. No, it's not that. But I let you go with it. Sabine.
Sabine.
Sabine?
All right, fuck it. If they don't want to tell us who the top four are, then I don't really care that much.
Yeah,
So
they just had a list of the lists.
you still suck balls, so get better at data information because we're moving on.
Okay, can we mention that awesome stream they had?
Oh,
Yeah.
the one with the disco lights when somebody won.
Yeah,
Ooh.
evidently, it was bonkers, just crazy.
And we're dancing.
Did they have confetti come down from the ceiling and like balloons fall? Like, they won the goddamn presidential election. Is that what? Because that would have been fantastic.
Just,
Not as good as somebody's like spreading OCX stickers all over the fucking play map.
Clearly, that was the best.
But
Although every time Asa like went back to the planning stage, he put a back to dial sticker on the board. That was
He
pretty
did.
awesome.
I did see that.
Mad credit for that trolling Dion.
back to dials.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe someday we'll get out there to one of these events that's just
System open, buddy. We're going Chicago. We're gonna fly out of Fort Dodge.
You better. I'm actually playing.
Are you go? We're gonna play too.
Yeah.
When is this?
Well, I mean, that's not surprising for you, but you know, given how much I've judged, that
When is-
that will be the first event above a regional that I will ever play in.
It's the last weekend in March, Kyle.
Hmm?
It's March Madness, baby.
Wow, that's after football season.
And I'm trying to see if I can convince Luke to go up to Toronto for their system open.
And make you Green Bay Packer fan ass tailgate in the Chicago parking lot just
I will.
because.
I will. B. Zach Matthews and I will be there in jerseys, and we will definitely do that. Yeah, no, I've decided I'm gonna become a good X-wing player this year.
No, you're not.
Don't believe you.
I'm gonna put the reps in. I'm gonna.
He's trying.
I'm trying, baby.
Aha.
He's got 6 Rego cargo shoots that says he's gonna make it, baby.
Found
Zero
it.
that saved
I'm
you.
gonna message Andrew Knuckles and be like, Andrew, I need 2 rig cargo shoots, and he's gonna go, why? And I was like, because I need 6, and I only have 4, and he's gonna probably not send them to me.
Yeah. 1, Does the list have Jabba? 2, did you check to see if the list had Jabba?
Check.
3, did you manage to acquire 6 rig cargo chutes?
Did you bring enough?
You are like the only person on this fucking planet that is legitimately running Jabba.
No!
They gave away Jabba cards at Coruscant, and I bet you don't fucking have one.
No, I have a better one. I have one from our good friend of the show, Pinto. He sent me a fantastic alt art.
The first day I was in the store playing my virgin game of 2.0, I found out, like, at that exact moment that I was reading the cards, because I hadn't spent that much time trying to figure out combination. I'm like, you mean to tell me that I can put Jabba the Hutt on the Falcon with rig cargo chute? I'm like, oh, this is so great. And I just kept breaking it down. I'm like, oh my God, you could have like 6 rig cargo chute. Oh my God, I just love it. I love it. Don't expect me not to be practicing the 6 cargo chute. I promise you. That sounds like my thing right there. Oh, I can't wait. So good.
Anyway, let's not give our secrets away. Come on. But shit, somebody just said registration for Adepticon is November 18th.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just looked at that today.
Which we still don't have like full notification of like the different events that you need to sign up for the X-Wing event. That's why I haven't like put too much thought into it. I'll wait until they do that. But shit, they release those prizes and fuck, I want them.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, the prize wall cards look amazing. I'm not super impressed with the charge tokens they gave out. Those astromech charge tokens.
Yeah, I kind of wish they were regular charge tokens, not like it's an astromech.
It's like the participation cards are fine. The templates are amazing. I'm still not a huge fan of the printed on art ones because they get beat up super easy.
Yeah, those are just for display.
Yeah, but those ones like are super cool. Yep. Like I'm impressed with those.
For anyone living under a rock, the System Open templates are a hodgepodge of all of the decals that were on the Red Squadron and Rogue Squadron helmets.
Oh, and not just a hodgepodge, but red 1 is your 1 straight. Red 2 is your 2 straight. Red 3 is your 3 straight. Red 4, red 5. I mean, they're helmets in order. So like Biggs, red 3 is your 3 straight.
And your 3 turn and your 3 bank.
It is really well thought out and very impressive.
I didn't know.
Kudos to that guy who came up with that. Or gal.
Probably Wade Pache. Wade Pache is awesome.
Yeah, Wade.
I already thanked him personally. So, but I love the new alt arts with the like the logo and the stuff. I think that looks just so fantastic. Even that stupid R2 astromech, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
In fact, hint, the drunk astromech might be making a comeback, and I definitely want to follow that kind of a theme with the OCX in the background and old drunkie in the foreground. So,
yeah.
So to start working on that. Yes, we do have plans on possibly bringing back the drunk astromech, drunk assist astromech 2.0. We don't know which one he's going to be. Who knows? But
yeah, but for now we're working on your royal hotness.
Your royal hotness. These will be hot items. So, just a quick plug before the commercial break. If you're not a Patreon member now, you might want to think about it a couple of weeks. So,
yeah, it's going to be ridiculous.
I think before we go any further into the articles, I think we could, let's see. Did we discuss everything about System Open? One thing about the System Opens is I think that first of all got more of them, didn't they? I mean, not many, but
seems like it.
I think they added like 2 or 3, especially for the United States. But I think they added them around.
Well, they're not done yet. They said this is like the first chunk.
Yep.
So things like Origins, they got a system open last year. I'm wondering if they're going to get another one. But that's like later in the year, so we'll see if that pops up again.
But even worldwide, I think they ended up like increasing them. Hey, hallelujah! I think Australia is getting one, or am I just kind of twisting the knife a little bit? And they're like, no, I don't know. Ventum, tell me if you guys are getting one or not. He might have left. Whatever.
What, Australia?
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, there's a damage deck. I forgot about the fucking damage deck.
Yeah, the Rebel damage deck.
That's a good looking one. Like it's got a standard blast on it. It's got, a little bit of fanciness, nothing too crazy.
But is that the thing? Like as a prize, you're gonna get a damage deck?
No, participation. You get the X-Wing open close, the R2 astromech, and the damage deck. That's pretty fucking smart to do that. Because think about it. How many times do you hear that outlier case where someone's like, my damage deck's gone, or I've only got 32 cards, and you're like, well, you participated, so you have another damage deck. I've definitely done that running those system opens where I went up to a player and I was like, well, you're getting the first one of the day. There you go. When I come around later, tell me you already got yours.
That's pretty awesome. And that's thinking ahead, Wade. Thinking ahead.
Yeah. So the other big thing is, so I don't think previous system opens had prize walls before, like where you actually turn in tickets.
They did for Destiny. They did it big for Destiny, and it went well for Destiny. It went well for Worlds. So they're continuing to do that and doing it for X-Wing. And from my experience, like they have the all the different cards that you can get. So like there's 9 different cards that'll be on the prize wall. You will only have enough to get like 1, maybe 2 of those cards. So start looking at it, and if you're one of those lucky people, I mean, there were people that were like farming pods of Destiny, and Destiny you can run super quick. Like one of those pods could just crank through super fast if everybody is just eager to get tickets.
I never saw a fucking Mafia cartel start so fast at Worlds last year than the Destiny fucking Mafia, because those boys had everything in line. It was like we can whip out 2 games, everyone gets their ticket. I mean, they were talking in muzzles like, okay, you won last time, I'm gonna win this time. We're all gonna pool everything together anyway. And I can't imagine how much money those Destiny players made over that weekend just by selling their shit on eBay.
Right. Yeah.
Did you see what the goddamn Mynock playmats are going for?
Well, that was one person has sold one of their Mynock playmats for like
$120.
Yeah. Which that one was super cool. Like I like the playmat because there's not a lot on the mat as far as distractions.
Yeah.
It's just a whole bunch of clouds and a Star Destroyer, and that's perfect. Like there's not like rocks and bullshit in the middle that can get mistaken for game components. It's kind of monocolor so that, nothing gets lost. The different sections of the map don't get mixed up. So I really like that. Now the system open one, what do you think of that? It's got kind of the small Death Star and then Yavin and Yavin 4 over on the other side.
I think it looks cool. I think that Death Star's got some decent detail in it. The little lights.
Better than the original Death Star one.
Yeah.
Like the original Death Star, here's the fucking Death Star. And I'm like, I like Death Star 2. Aesthetically, I always lose on that playmat, so I never play on the playmat anymore. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, fuck off. Do you guys have cursed mats? I have a cursed mat, and I just don't play it anymore.
I do not.
I've never thought about it.
But I like the new mat. I like everything they're doing with that.
I think it's okay, but like I'm at the point that I have enough mats that I probably won't get one of those. Yeah. Like it's nice. It's not nice enough that I'm like, oh god, I have to have this.
To tell you the truth, it's not a prize if you win it, right?
No, you have to purchase it.
Yep.
As an upgrade.
Just like the
Which
other system
which
opens.
based on the past, it'll probably be what, 20, 30 bucks?
That was 35, 40.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I judged they just gave me one.
Well,
So-
to tell you the truth, I think playmats these days, like what you're getting, and I think it was a good tradition that whoever started it. It's kind of one of those where you have everyone sign it, and then you frame it, or you hang it up in your wall, or it's your commemorative playmat kind of thing. I like that idea.
Well, that kind of spawned off because the 1 year that I did Gen Con, when I judged at Gen Con, I got Wade and the whole OP crew to sign all my direct hits. And then that kind of started sprouting out. Other people started doing damage decks, and it started getting huge. And then at Worlds, people started signing playmats, and it has blown up. And I am super excited because I think that's awesome. Just people getting something commemorative, having fun with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're gonna start the signing battle. Never mind. I started it. Technically.
Still got the Gen Con helmet.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see that Gen Con helmet. Come on, that thing was so cool.
I'll be right back.
If you guys weren't at Gen Con, Ontopski brought legit Rogue Squadron freaking helmet, and he had a ton of people sign it. And it's super cool. How many signatures do you have on that helmet?
Oh, I don't know. It's a lot. Just, we got the
That's
salute. Got Coach. Chico, where'd you put yours?
I did not sign that. I wasn't there.
What?
Oh, you weren't at Gen Con. Oh,
Right
shit.
there, that's right. You fucking.
I gotta bring this to Adepticon then. I have some other signatures to take care of. Got Gordon.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Pip. Dutch took the very front. I was like,
Yeah, Dutch was just like, I
it was like, I'll go with.
think I got
Oh, this is terrible audio.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna head
yeah.
and Ryan Ontopski is gonna show everyone else who's watching live, which is why you should be watching live, because you can see all this cool shit that Ryan Ontopski is showing us right now. There's Chris Allen's right there, right at the bottom. I can see it.
Oh yeah,
Yep, Jeremy Howard.
Jeremy Howard and
Here and everyone.
Canadian national
Dune.
Yeah.
I can see Dune.
Yep.
Yeah.
And-
And Pinto. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we got Wade on here.
Yep. Wade Boucher.
So yeah,
Mark Crawford.
that's a whole lot of signatures.
That is fantastic.
And Farmer drew a little Mynock up there.
Oh,
Oh, Scree.
It's great. I am trying to. Speaking of the FFG crew, I'm trying to get first in line for the Frank and Alex interviews after post January points updates,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get them on and kind of pick their brain and see what their mind process was for that. So
Their mind process.
I like mind processes.
So, if we want to wrap up the system open, if you had the choice of
We're in commercial
one,
already, buddy. We're in commercial already.
oh, all right. Well, I'll still ask the question. If
Yeah.
you had to choose, this is for live audience only, and they can. How about they interact with us for this too? If you had one prize wall to choose from, what would you pick? One of the altar prize wall things, or the target lock tokens. What would you pick?
not target locks. It's
Not target locks.
The cards are gonna be like, if you're looking to sell something, the cards are gonna be so much more crazy.
Oh, I'm still being presented too. I don't know if
Oh, I got you.
I can still show things. Got Zach Bart.
God, I'm so
Ooh,
jealous.
Sarah Tessman.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Tyler Shaw. I think Coach, you might know, 2 scoops. Is that Jerry Russell?
Yeah, that's Jerry Russell.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. God damn it. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So
There's
so
Kiefer,
if I was
Tommy
gonna pick
Adams.
one, it would definitely be one of the plastic see-through cards.
Yep.
The other ones, like Biggs is okay. The Red Squadron looks like shit. The Luke Skywalker is a reused art, just like the Veteran Instincts Red Squadron. Jack Porkins, okay, it's Jack Porkins. If he was more popular as in terms of gameplay, I'd go for that. But like Guri looks great. Nora looks pretty good. Quick Draw is like a staple that everybody loves. So I'd be surprised if that one wasn't the big deal. Captain Jonas is Captain Jonas. He's hit and miss, but has some popularity. Chewbacca, I don't see that being high meta, so we're gonna see. But if you noticed in the picture, they have Luke Skywalker as Initiative 5 and Biggs as Initiative 3, which are incorrect.
They fixed it. Biggs was 4.
Okay, well, Luke is still Initiative Initiative 5.
Luke is normally 5.
I thought he was a 6. No, Wedge is a 6. Okay, so they did fix the whole deal.
Yeah, they fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna go with the see-through cards are probably the ones to go with.
I think Guri and Quick Draw will be the highest.
Yeah, those are gonna
in
go
demand
fast.
ones.
I think Quick Draw is going to be by far. I'd probably be going for a Quick Draw. I know Luke probably would be as well.
I do think
maybe a Guri, just because I love me some Guri.
As a collecting based thing, like if you were trying to if you got, say, the templates and you got the mat, if you got all those like Red Squadron cars, you can see that like they did the wing art, and like the wing hashes on them is like red 3, red 5, red whatever is how many hashes they have on there. So if you want to like show as like a whole display, if you were to display the templates, the cards, and all together, those would probably all look nice together.
Yeah, if only you could get like 1 and 2 with
I'm surprised they put Jack Porkins in there and not like Garvin.
Jack Porkins.
Like
or Red 4, because nobody gives 2 shits about Red 4.
Yeah, I forget who the hell is Red 4. Who's
Red 4? Wikipedia. I used to know all these.
It is
John Brannon.
Served as Red 4. Killed in action. A new Red 4 was a Twi'lek pilot called Elar.
Huh. Now, which one was there was one that was like in the trench behind Garvin. Who was that? Somebody was in the trench with him.
Garvin's Tac Run Squad. Tell me, Google. Here we go.
Look up Red 10. I think it was
according to Wikipedia, unidentified X-Wing pilot. Oh, okay. Oh, Theranet.
There it is. What was that, Red 10?
Yep.
There we go.
I don't know why in the page when they show Red Squadron, they're like, oh, it's this person. And then...
It's like I don't know why they like made him so, not good. Like he had like moments. Like he did things. Like I'm pretty sure he had a line. Yeah, he did have a line like right before he blew up.
Yeah, he was the guy pretty much reporting how close like Vader's squad was getting to hitting them.
Yeah, and then he screamed, "I can't hold him!" And then he died. But nobody gives a shit because he's all the way up at 10. Okay. But yeah, probably Quick Draw. Even though like Chewbacca looks awesome, like the the card for that just looks awesome. Like
Oh,
I would be
apparently
all over that if I thought Chewbacca would be any good.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah, he went in the trench run. Garvin went with red 10 and red 12. Red 12 is completely unidentified.
Oh,
What does the chat say, guys?
Let's look in Star Wars CCG because they named them all.
I don't think the chat really responded much besides, well, there's a lot of quick draws. There's Guri, there's Nora.
Harold Larson said Nora.
I mean, it may make sense.
God damn it,
I
Harold.
wouldn't mind, like, if I had to leave with at least Nora or quick draw or Guri, I'd be happy with any one of them. I think it's cool that Guri seems to have like a black sun looking, or whatever the Z-Zors group is.
Yeah, instead of just the generic scum logo.
That's clearly Boba's, yeah.
I like that.
I'm
Confirmed
sorry,
Black Sun faction. Confirmed Black Sun faction.
Yay! Woo! Yep.
Glad we got that one out of the way.
I'm
Now
done.
we need to figure out how to do this because the card printer we use can do those clear cards.
Get the fuck out.
They can. It's not cheap, but like instead of looking at like 10 cents or less per card, we're looking at like a couple bucks per card. But
sounds like an OCX logo with a drunk assist astromech clear card.
Oh. Oh my god, that's gotta happen, right? I mean, it's the most popular card. Okay. I'm gonna leave it up to the chat right now. Chat,
we wouldn't be able to do many of them. It would have to be like a high-end thing.
All 24 of you right now during the commercial break. I need to know what card should be the Drunk Assist Astromech in 2.0. I will leave it up to you. Or should we do this as a we'll do this as a poll on the here. We'll do this. We'll let the chat decide the top 5 nominees for the Astromech that will be deemed 2.0 Drunk Assist Astromech. So replacement, we have a vote for R4. What the fuck does R4 do?
He's the old R2 Astromech. All your 2s are blue.
Is there even that many selections, I guess is the word?
Oh, do you want Rebel or Scum?
I don't think there's a difference. Other than Genius. Oh, should make it Genius.
I was thinking Genius could be one of them.
So there's R2, which is
I don't know.
Shields,
R5 P8 looks interesting
P8.
with the gun just pointing out of its head.
Yeah, R3 Astromech maintaining 2 locks. R4, your 1s and 2s are blue. R5 TK can perform attacks against friendlies.
I was
which
thinking
is a point, so it'll never get used.
A BB Astromech because it's always rolling around. It can't hold itself still.
Okay.
And it just barrel rolls everywhere. It's just rolling around.
I like that. That requires some new card art, but that's all right.
No, they got a BB Astromech card. It's a resistance card. I mean, he's not like tilted over.
I know, but we're going to have to redo it to put the logo on and beer across them and stuff like that. So
it could be the beer Astromech.
Okay, so we have R5 TK. We have
BB Astromech.
R4 again. So there's 2 votes for R4. R2. R2 because R2 is drunk. R2D2. Just the regular R2 because it's not as good as R2D2. It's just slightly inebriated. Genius. R2 has 2 votes, I believe. Yep. R5 TK again.
We're not doing R5 TK because it costs a point and it's fucking stupid, so no one will ever run it.
Sir George is like, fuck it, just make it gonk.
No, it's not. You know how you use R5 TK?
Whoa. A double-sided card.
Gonk's image is just showing him like tubed up to the ship. Those tubes can just be like beer.
Let's see. I think that's 2 votes for the generic BB. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got our 5 finalists. It's R4, R5TK, R2 Genius, and the generic BB.
So before we get back into the show, the R5KT, right, for 1 point, I figured out a way that you can use this. So you can perform attacks on friendly ships. If you have a missile that you would like to reload very quickly, you could perform attacks against friendly ships and then very quickly cancel the results with munitions failsafe and recharge your own missile token without taking, I don't know, any repercussions whatsoever. So I figured it out that works. Especially
So it's like an odd. It's a white.
It's a reload, basically.
Reload.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. If you have cluster,
So if you bug out and you're running away, you're like, I need another missile. I'll shoot this guy, cancel the results of munition failsafe, and recharge my fuck. Jesus
Absolutely.
Christ, Kyle. Does that work?
Yeah, you can attack your friendly ships. Munitions failsafe says you can cancel your results to recharge your token on your card.
Jesus Christ.
But
wait, what ships would that be valid on?
But here's the thing, though. The only reason why this works is because I'm using cluster missiles.
Because you can shoot an enemy ship and shoot one of your ships if you really wanted to.
Exactly. So, I mean, you don't have to hit on the second one.
I mean, you're wasting an engagement phase, right? But I guess, I mean, it only really works if you're disengaging and you're running away and you got a buddy next to you.
Oh, by the way, interesting. In the chat, we have the singular person who made Top Cut with Rebels, Daniel Lim.
Oh, really? Daniel?
Yeah. Went to the Mynock Open. Was the only Rebel.
Dilly to you, buddy. Congratulations on doing very well. Oh, and leave it to the top 8 to fucking shred your entire idea. You still need to spend a charge to shoot a friendly as well.
Right.
So you don't gain anything.
You spend 1 charge token to fire the cluster missile. Do you see what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, and then you get to perform another attack against a ship that's within range 1.
Oh, okay.
If it's your own friendly ship, you can just cancel the results for the charge token that you already spent to fire on the enemy ship and get 1 back. I'm not saying that you're just going to fly around in infinity and gain your tokens back.
It's one of those where you ignore the target lock thing because that's what cluster missiles do, right? You can shoot at another person ignoring the target lock, right?
Yeah. They still have to provide the restriction of the range and the arc.
True.
But
I mean, I guess, yeah, if you wanted to bring back Deadeye, I guess that works. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
shoot your own ship and then choose who you want to shoot afterwards.
Come on, Chico.
What?
I don't know. Tommy Adams is yelling at you.
For what?
I don't know. He wants us to tell them that we're wrong or something. I don't know.
Hey, Daniel, I'm curious. What did you play on your way to your Top Cut?
Tommy is saying that you have to spend 2 charge counters to fire cluster missiles. You have to spend a charge counter to fire the first volley, and then to perform the second attack, you have to spend a second charge counter.
Which is still fine because your idea is that you spend 1 to shoot your own friendly ship you have locked anyway, and then as long as that ship's in range 1, you shoot the other, and you just munitions fail-safe the first one. And you only spend 1 to freely shoot whatever one you want that's nearby your friendly ship. Right?
So technically, you're still only spending 1 charge to shoot the enemy because
Mhm.
you're regaining the charge from the guy that you spent and got one. Oh, I get it. I get it. It's cute.
Yeah. And
As
that's,
Chico would say, it's cute.
and
if
if
you
you
have
want,
one point, if you have 1 point and the opportunity presents itself,
and if that friendly ship happens to be a large or medium ship, that's a large area to I guess worry about.
Well, I was running it with Han Solo in Millennium Falcon, so it took up a lot of space.
Yep.
And it was dropping rig cargo chutes, and it was kind of the one out there causing the annoyances before I had come in with my Tarani Jostero combo.
All right, we're gonna come out of commercial. We've rambled on enough. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the OCX Radio Podcast Show. What? I hope that commercial was very pleasurable and enjoyable to your ears because everyone else here in the live show got a lot more to talk about, and that's why you should watch the live show. So, we're going to move on to the brand new stuff that came out. One, we already kind of spoiled a little bit. They gave us some new stuff in the System Open prize wall, or the prizes, and one was Quick Draw's full card art. We got to see what Quick Draw does, and man, is it amazing. Super in love with this guy right now. If I already was before in 1.0, but wow, super liking what he does right now. So I will read for you unless somebody else has it up on their screen right now. Topski, this is usually your job, buddy.
When you got which one you want?
Let's go with Quick Draw. What does Quick Draw read?
Oh, back to Quick Draw. All right, so Quick Draw has a reoccurring single charge. So it's just controlled by the new mechanics that they want to put in. After you lose a shield, you may spend a charge. If you do, you may perform a bonus primary attack. They have the heavy weapon turret. You can rotate your arc indicator only to the front or back. You must, people. I've had conversations with you.
Must.
Treat the front arc requirement of your equipped missiles as the turret arc. 1, 2, 3, butt missiles.
Butt missiles! You can shoot missiles out of your butt. It's amazing. Munitions in the rear arc, ladies and gentlemen. It is a thing now. Other than the Ghost. I'm super happy about this. I believe it was, I can't remember who it was, reminded me. I was like, oh, but I don't get the extra dice for the front. And somebody said that is a gunner card. And the
Special
ISF
Forces Gunner.
Yep, it's Special Forces Gunner. So the Quick Draw just got way better, everyone. Way better. First of all, every linked action, which is a turret rotation, is white. So focus, turret, target lock turret, barrel roll turret.
And they gained the evade.
And a gain and evade. Gain to fucking evade. I cannot tell you how huge that is.
The only thing that did go down was that we don't have lightweight frame anymore, so it is probably going to stay at 2 agility. But it retained its hull and shield value of 3 and 3.
But we all know that an evade token is way better than extra dice, especially in 2.0. Right?
Yes.
I threw that out there. I didn't quite know if I was right on that.
Probably. Depends on how many mods you have, but it's better to have a guarantee than a roll.
Yes.
The problem with Quick Draw is that he doesn't have fire control systems, and he doesn't have things like expertise or munitions that you can throw guidance chips on. So his attacks are a little muted in comparison to what they were before.
True.
Correct.
But you also have that Upsilon shuttle out there, and that's going to be coordinating like a boss. Like, there's literally only 3 ships or 4 ships you get for the First Order, buddy.
The Epsilon shuttle was such a steaming pile of garbage, which might be the Punisher for the First Order.
I was going to say, we don't know if it's not going to be super fucking good again. Look what they did with the Omnigron group pilot. That is a good ship these days.
By the way, who needs alt art cards? Omicron Group pilots signed by OCX.
I think I'm out.
Finally.
But I think the coordinate action is going to be super huge for quick draw. In the day and age of 2.0, where you don't have the action economy, you just don't. I think, yeah, if you're going to bring quick draw, you better bring a coordinating Upsilon shuttle, because he will wreck things if he has target focus or lock focus. That's going to be huge. Somebody, so the Infus Schluter came down, and I had lunch with him today up from Minneapolis or Minnesota, and we were discussing this very thing. He's like, "Oh, I want Midnight Quick Draw and Kylo," and I'm like, "I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy. I don't think they're gonna point those 3 ships to be able to be in one list." He said I was wrong, but we will see. He was saying that quick draw is going to be in the 60 to 70 point range.
I think it depends on how well equipped each of them will be. Kylo's just going to be a staple for Supernaturals. There's 12 points right there, if not more, come the point change balance in January.
I think the big question is, what is Midnight going to be?
Yeah, because then that means you're going to have 2 I-6 pilots and then the I-5 Kylo, who can be anywhere, which I don't know if those are going to be kitted out well enough together.
That's going to be, I mean, that alone, if you can get it into a list, that's going to be fucking ugly. That's going to be a good list. There's no good target in that entire 3 ship list. You got to go for quick draw, I would think, because he's probably going to be the easiest one to burn down. But that just leaves so much more bad stuff that you got to deal with. But moving on, and speaking of the First Order, we got another article today, ladies and gentlemen. FFG's #1 outlet for brand new information. Once again, OCX Radio is bringing it to you live and on the airwaves on the podcast format. We got the FO article today, which I'm going to go, it was meh. I'm going to go with the meh.
I was actually kind of excited.
Yeah.
You were excited?
It's just a whole crap ton of TIE fighters that just do obnoxious things individually.
But I think it was the one that we didn't get, right?
Which one?
Midnight. We didn't get Midnight Spit.
I thought we all knew what Midnight did anyways.
It's the same as Omega Leader.
We're assuming.
No, it was shown.
Oh, it was shown.
First Order conversion kit article.
Today was awesome. Never mind whatever I just said. Yeah, I think the direction of the First Order is as much janky shit as one TIE pilot can do. That's what they're going to go with. Can we get a what?
And it's
Captain
all
Glitterstim
that don't have to be directly next to each other. They can fly as individuals, but when they come together and form a kill box, will do some nasty things.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
it's gonna be scary.
I like that.
I'm not gonna lie, Chico. That's one of the things that actually got me pretty excited about this article is what you just mentioned. I'm looking at a bunch of TIE fighters. They're going, oh, I don't have to fly them in formation. But if I do get them in the same vicinity, all pointing at somebody, bad stuff happens.
Yep.
I'm really curious because, again, points, whatever, but I'd like to see some of the named ones potentially fit together in a list that has an Upsilon with Hux for some extra action economy and see how it could all flow together.
Yeah. So I think we'll Ontopski, take us down the list. Let's just go top to bottom, from spoiled to end of spoiled.
All right. So we have, ironically, the first pilot who did not actually get a name, except its First Order designation, TN3465, aka Loose End, apparently.
Which is the best name ever. Like, if that's his actual designated, like, call sign, that guy did some fucked up shit in the First Order Academy.
So think of this as like a crit-based Reverse Ruthless. It's an I2 while another friendly ship performs an attack. If you are at range 0 to 1 of the defender, you may suffer a crit to change one of the attacker's results to a crit. So instead of you...
As a point of lore, she showed up in the Captain Phasma either books or comic books. This looks like a comic book picture. Yeah, and at one point, like the quote that they have on Wikipedia is her yelling at Captain Phasma, "What loose end? I'm not a loose end." So,
that's where it came
loose
from.
End.
So, what do you think about that overall? Is that one a meh? Is that one a interesting? Or is that one a probably not reaching the table?
Well, I feel like this one has like one good charge for it, and that's that shield. Because like taking crits into your hull with 3 hull is not good. But if you can use this like early on to beef up an initial punch, like that's gonna hurt once or twice.
Yeah, and it's change any result. It can be a blank, so it's blank coverage. But yeah, ideally it's only used once. It'll be interesting to see if this ship gets a talent slot for something like Fanatical, which wants you to lose a shield.
Right.
So, next guy is Scorch, aka Zeta Leader, I4. While you perform a primary attack, if you are not stressed, you may gain a stress to roll additional attack die. This is a very familiar pilot.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of these are. I think we're gonna find that, but I mean that could be good. Makes for a good alpha strike. You got to plan ahead to make sure if you're gonna be like K turning, don't do this.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it would be really easy to get into a situation of, okay, I'm gonna punch him right here, and then go, oh fuck, how do I get back around?
Yeah, I guess the big question will be: do the TIFOs retain the 2-turn that used to be green but now blue, or are they dialing it back a bit to lower the cost of these ships?
Yeah, I'm almost gonna have to say that I think it's gonna be option 2. Lower the cost.
You think they'll lose it to lower the cost of the ships?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because if they do that, I'm dialing back my hype on General Hux a lot, because that 2-turn is huge, because that requires red coordinated actions.
His initiative value, his pilot skill is 4, which kind of falls into that middle range. When you want to add if you're going to take a stress token to add an additional attack die, you kind of want him to already be hurt a little bit. So I feel like you need to have a 5 or a 6 above him to kind of strip away whatever it's going to be. And then it's a situational kind of deal where, okay, well, screw it. I have the target lock on him, and his shields are gone. I might as well go for the full bore. It is just a TIE fighter, so I think he's going to be cheap. He might be a really good filler. I don't know if you're running a high pilot skill list.
Yep. I mean, in theory, he's a Wampa type thing. That's just a higher initiative. He can add an attack die.
Right.
Or in the reverse order, you could think he could soften up everyone for everything below her.
That's the other side of it too. Yeah. If you're running a bunch of low PS guys, he's like, well, I've got a target lock on him and I'm range 1. Fuck it.
Yep. All right, so next guy, also another person who can add an attack die, who's already been spoiled before, I believe. Long Shot, Zeta Ace is I3. While you perform a primary attack at range 3, roll additional die. So at range 3 and at range 1, he's rolling 3.
So I like this guy a lot.
Me too.
I think he is the gem of the deal. First of all, I love his nickname, Static. But how many times is a TIE fighter range 2?
I think you're looking at the wrong one.
He's got the right thing. I think he meant Long Shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. I'm right. Long Shot. Still a good name. That was good, but
yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be scared of him just because range 3 shots, those never hit. But you got to remember is like auto thrusters is not a thing. Range 3 shots do hit, and it sucks when they do. It's like getting an extra attack die, even though your opponent gets an extra defense die. I mean, people have been doing that with Zuckuss, and it's usually a good decision.
Yep. And there's no downside. Just be at range 1 or range 3.
Yeah.
And I guess right now, it's probably not the best point to bring it up, but being as the First Order literally only has 4 ships, is it under the impression that all of these FO TIE fighters are going to be priced really cheap?
I don't think so. That shield's powerful. These abilities are powerful. The access to a target lock, like a lot of small things are stacking together to make me think they will be not hugely more expensive than TIE fighters, but I think they might be priced around the A-wing right now.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to run the Inferno Squadron like you are in Empire. I don't think they're going to be that cheap, but even with 2 of these, if they come in at like 60 points or 70 points maybe, I think that leaves a lot of playroom for adding a couple, like the Ace or another carrier ship or something like that. I think they're going to be priced just right to be able to add more things in there. You'd be able to run a good 4
60 points for an FO?
No, for 2 of them.
Oh, for 2 of them. Okay.
For 2 of these named guys, I think 60 points ish is going to be a good point range.
I mean, that's what you're looking at for like the standard TIE fighters. I mean, they're sitting at all the named ones are like
30 or
28, higher. 30, 32. Hal Runner and Iden are 40. Those are the most expensive ones.
So maybe it's going to be the 70, 80. So maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe they won't. Maybe they aren't going to be filler ships. I mean, you're taking these guys, and maybe that's why their abilities are so good. Is that you're going to get the work out of them for the points you're paying for them.
I'll bet you can get like a mini swarm, like 5 of them, or like 4 if you're like loading them up with jank and
yeah.
Anyway, no, I really do. Long Shot is my favorite out of all of the new ones, but the next one
is Static.
There you go.
Omega Ace, Critty McCritterface is back.
Critty McCritterface is back, baby.
Yep.
I4 and same thing. You have to have a target lock and a focus. You change all your results to crits. I was never high on him originally. He had a cool nickname and a fun ability, but I think
you had to do so many gimmicks to make
way too much.
And none of those gimmicks seem to exist right now. Because like people would do all sorts of stuff with what was the card that let you spend your friend's evade tokens to get additional dice?
Swarm Leader.
Yeah, so people were doing Swarm Leader and extra stuff to give him like an extra action so that you could get the focus and target lock. And they were like, I can do the giant thing. And you're like, but what if I just flew all the way over there instead?
Yeah. Like he's an I4 that yeah, you could get coordinated the focus, but you have to have the target lock.
Yeah.
Like, what if you were just the dumbest person on the planet and let me do this?
Yeah. You have to get a target lock on all these other ships that are I5 right now. Like, even if you get coordinated the focus, you have to go and get that person to stay in your arc.
But we have to also realize that in 2.0, crits hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And there is the optics card that allows you to keep the focus, right? That is a tech slot thing.
Optics is a thing, but I do not think you can keep it anymore. That is gone.
Well, then there's no way that he's going to be able to have a focus and a target lock. Unless it's through some... Yeah, unless it's coordinated. Yeah, I guess. I thought they were still going to try to keep that optic thing out there, but maybe not. We'll see. But if optics does what optics used to do, this guy's going to be a beast.
Yeah, no, optics right now is basically old weapons guidance.
Oh,
meh.
Boo.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Shattered
guys-
our whole
Optics was
universe.
so damn good. I'm not surprised they made it go away.
Yeah.
This guy's not okay. So he's not as high as I thought he was going to be. I for some reason thought optics was still a thing, but
Nope, that's too good.
like I said, crits these days really do suck. So at that one critical juncture, it might be worth it to be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Here's my range one shot that I got with him. Maybe he's a cheap enough tie that you use him for what you really use an FO for. Is it's an extra tie fighter with it's got a shield and a target lock. Maybe in that one instance it does win you the game. But I don't think I'd build a list around it like some other people used to do, which was wrong because I did it and it was wrong.
All right. Next one, Lieutenant Rivas, Inconvenient Witness.
Yeah. They see like all these guys like seem like they have some really cool like lore story going on.
Yeah.
I just want to hunt down.
Initiative 1. After a ship at range 1 to 2 gains a red or orange token. If you do not have that ship locked, you may acquire a lock on that ship. At first,
So-
I wasn't too high on that, but then I realized it's pretty much with all the linked actions going around, or anytime you 4K, that's a free lock if they're in range 1 to 2 of you.
Yeah, this guy's going to be a fun blocker, I think.
But this also pairs very well with the guy that takes the stress token to gain the extra attack dice, doesn't he?
You would get a lock on that ship, though. That'd be your own friendly ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I read that wrong. I was thinking that was going to be a really fun little symmetry thing, but nope.
Went right back to bed.
But as many times as you do end up getting another ship stressed like that, that's totally plausible, and that's a free target lock. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, that might be the cheapest named ship, and fill in a list. And hey,
And-
if you got Captain Phasma, that's free target lock. Hey, if you're going up against things that have
Mhm.
linked actions, hey, that's a free target lock.
And like you said, it's a blocker with a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about all I think he's good for, really, is
Yeah.
that stuff. I think the last one we have is
I think I missed who I wanted to talk about while I was getting
Oh.
distracted. Is it the pilot skill 1 guy?
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
You-
We're not
right
done
at the
yet.
end. Go for it.
Okay. I really like this guy. He's by far my favorite guy that's in this list of things for you to do. Because, I mean, if he's coming in at a pilot skill 1, he's going to be the cheapest one that's in the lot. And you might have the ability to block and pick up some action efficiency. I like that. And I'm probably just repeating what everybody else said, but I wanted to say it myself. There you have it.
I guess just
It's on record.
just to clear up, his ability only works at range 1 to 2, not 0 to 2. So you can block something else and get the lock on something else. if you
Now,
want.
why did they have to go and do that? I mean, seriously, this guy could have been super fucking good if it was
I don't
0
think
to
that
2.
I don't think that takes away from him too much.
But how fun would it be if it was 0 to 2?
You wouldn't be able to shoot at what you blocked anyway. So if you get a target lock on something that you probably
Fine,
will...
he's gonna K turn after that, and he's got a target lock.
Sure.
Yeah.
FFG.
My wife brought
Alright.
me this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's getting Christmas.
Bailey's.
Mm.
All those fancy cups that'll just clutter up the cabinet. And
It's got his and second glass that says
His.
oh.
It's a his and his. Your wife even thinks you're an alcoholic, or you got a man on the side.
She just doesn't like Bailey's.
It's all yours. His and more of his.
His and more of his.
Yeah. Mine and mine.
There you go.
All right.
Oh. All right, last one.
On to, I think, my favorite. It's going to bar points on this guy, but is I5
got a
Commander
fucking
Malrus, First Order Enforcer, or what I would like to start calling him, Captain Glitterstim.
Yep. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The OCX radio podcast has deemed this Captain Glitterstim.
No, it's Commander Glitterstim.
No,
No,
Captain
Glitterstim.
sounds
Oh,
better.
Way better.
Captain sounds better.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Captain
at the start-
Glitterstim. So if the Mynocks can name a card, we can name a card.
yeah.
Yeah.
Watch Captain Glitterstim get used more than Lockdown.
I will tell you this: if we
Fair.
ever make a alt art card of Captain Glitterstim, be wary when you open the envelope that contains the card.
Should
Because
we
I'm
be
gonna
concerned for
put
powder?
glitter in that motherfucker, and it's gonna
This
get
is why Coach is no
everywhere.
longer in charge of shipping.
Yeah.
So
Why my stuff keeps getting held up in customs?
this
Can we
this
just get
guy's
an
been,
alt art of this guy sitting in his cockpit, lounging back with a needle in his arm?
No.
Grin
No.
on his
I was thinking either that or like in the cockpit there's just this white mound of powder on his cockpit dashboard with his head just buried in it.
face. There you go.
I was just gonna get a freaking alt art card of Elton John and put it on the cover.
But what about the guy? Oh my god. Never mind. I can't even think of the name.
Wait a minute, wasn't there a movie called Glitter?
No, you don't even want to. No. That's not. Has nothing.
We
to
could
do
get
with Glitterstim.
weird with this. We could
You
get
can go
super
ahead and
weird
look
with
that.
this.
You can go ahead and look that up on Google. You can do that. I'm not doing that just in case.
Risky click.
Hey, did I just tell you all that I figured out what NSFW means?
Okay, first tell us what you thought it meant.
No, I didn't even know what it meant.
Oh.
It's like, okay, that's a warning. It's not safe for work, ladies and gentlemen. There you
God damn
go.
it.
The
I'm so
more
old.
you know. Yeah.
Good job, Coach.
I'm pretty proud of that.
TIL.
So for everyone at home who's like, Captain Glitterstim, okay, what does that mean? At the start of the engagement phase, you may spend one charge. You have two of them. They do not reoccur, though. They're two, and that's all you get. Gain one stress token. If you do until the end of the round, while you defend or perform an attack, you may change all of your eyeballs to evades or hits. So he gets two glitter stims. He's like a tiny shadowcaster.
He's so good.
We're
Oh
so
my god, he's
bad
so
guy.
good.
So when you're defending, if you want to commit suicide, you can change all of your focuses to hits. It says it right there. Clearly, I can do it. This is the
Oh
dumb
shit!
If I
This
can
is the
see
dumb
it,
shit people will ask me.
I
Oh my god!
do it.
Yes,
but-
you can.
No, you
No, but-
can't.
No, they did. They specifically like FAQ'd saying you can't swap the dice type.
I don't care. Fuck the FAQ. I'm doing it.
And
Just to see the look on my opponent's face. Judge.
So, out
This guy looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Out
be
of
so good.
curiosity, do we think now it just might sound rhetorical, but do we think Midnight or Captain Glitterstim will be more expensive? Because I5 is still pretty valuable, and that is free mods for 2 turns. Midnight has to acquire that target lock, but is I6 and doesn't allow you to mod anything.
No, Glitterstim's going to be way. He's going to be 90. Or
That's-
not 90. He'll be 50 some points. 56, 55 points.
do you think
Midnight, maybe
will
50.
be more?
I think 52.
So you think Midnight will be less expensive?
I think
Then-
she will, yeah.
Okay. See, I
I'm-
thought everyone
I'm-
would just say Midnight would be the most expensive.
I'm sorry. 2 glitter stims? The fuck? That's. Do you know what Dengar would do to have that ability right now?
yeah, but you got to remember if we predicted that they're taking away the 2 hard blue.
If
That's
they
right.
do.
Yeah, then
Well, I
mean,
thought the FO dial was spoiled.
I don't remember seeing that anywhere actually.
Or was that was the silencer dial, wasn't it? Yeah.
Silencer dial was seen. Yeah, I mean,
Ah, it's
I'm
a
gonna
fucking-
think that midnight is gonna be more expensive, just because of the Initiative 6.
I think that might push it over more so than even the ability.
Like the ability's good. I mean, it's not nearly as good because you can't have juke. And that's really what made Omega Leader super good. But like Initiative 6 is so powerful.
First of all, Christopher Brown, you should be in bed by now because you barely make it past the fucking commercial break anyway.
Oh, you're talking to listener, Chris.
Second of all, yes, I'm listening. I'm talking to listener Christopher Brown.
He got really
fine,
concerned.
fine, I'm out of here.
Okay. First of all, Christopher Brown, listener, you're LCB now. That's what you are because this is going to cause problems in the future, like right now. If I could take a picture of Chico right now, that's like the perfect album cover right there. When he was like not looking at the camera. Anyway, going off tangent. Yeah, right there. That's good. I'm sorry. I think what the fuck? No. Captain Glitterstem is going to be more expensive than Midnight. I will put a $5 bet on it I will put a beer bet on it. That's what I'm going to do. Beer bet.
How many people are allowed to get in on this beer bet?
Well, I don't meet all of our listeners all the time. So there's a one beer bet to all of our listeners right now that Captain Glitterstim will be more expensive than Midnight.
Am I a listener?
You're listening to me right now, aren't you?
There you go.
Ooh.
Oh man. I would say that you have to drink a box of Fresnea wine again.
No.
Never again.
So
I'm going to put a stipulation on it. I'm only limited to giving out 5 beers in one night. So Gen Con might fuck me up.
I was about to say you're ruining your Gen Con wallet.
5 beers per night.
So. I mean, I think it might actually be an interesting discussion on that one. So that's why I brought it up. And I mean, we've seen the higher initiative doesn't always mean more points, but I think the ability of getting the lock at the latest initiative may be part of the reason compounded together why Midnight might still be a bit over. But man, 2 free turns of free focuses turn into everything.
2 free turns where a TIE fighter only has to take a target lock
or an evade.
Or an evade. At I-5, I think that range of 1 is going to come into, or a barrel roll. Fuck it. Look at me. I need to get in range 1 in arc. I'll barrel roll. Fuck you. I got
the
3 dice.
That ability isn't nearly as powerful as Glitterstim was on other ships. Because when you were looking at other ships, you had like Brobots use Glitterstim constantly because they were firing 4 attack dice and 3 defense dice. This is 2 attack dice. And then you don't have like double taps that other lists had where they were like, oh, I'm going to be shooting multiple times probably, so I better get some Glitterstim.
I get that, but 2.0 and 1.0 are totally different dice modification stages.
No, we lost
I think this is one of those points where you can just shove this TIE fighter right down somebody's throat, and you're like, fuck it. I'm going to spend this 1 charge, and all my focuses are getting changed. I can K-turn, and maybe I didn't use my target lock, and I still get to use my fucking charge counter.
You wouldn't be able to K-turn after using it because you do like Glitterstim gain stress.
Oh, you take the fucking stress. Okay.
So I
still think he's going to eke out Midnight. I still think that's going to happen. This ability is way too good. So, I guess that's going to wrap it up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Someone's got to go to bed.
You're alive there, Sloop. Jesus, dude. He just all of a sudden slumped over to the right, and they're like,
We heard like
"Alright, is he
spoons
gonna-
hitting the
is he gonna
floor.
get back up. He's just
So that basically cover what the article is all about. A little tidbit that the A-wing in the article did not have a defined front forward arc, as in it wasn't shaded red. Is that the mistake in the article? We don't know. That's some good stuff for some conspiracy theories to come forward. That the new A-wing technically doesn't have a forward firing arc, which could be interesting.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not shaded red like the rest of every other template out there. So that's kind of an interesting little tidbit that I saw on the old Facebook.
There's no
blue line.
God.
Anyway, I want to first of all, I think that's pretty much all the articles and stuff we had. It's 11:30 for Chico, and he's already drunk as shit. He's ready to go to bed. Kyle's complaining. The fuck?
I'm totally complaining.
No. So I want to do just a little we'll do some shout outs because we know shout outs never only last for like 10 minutes. So we'll go with Topski. What do you got for shout outs, buddy? Oh shit. Wait, stop. Fucking timeout. Timeout. Man.
Partially scared the crap out of me.
Connolly,
Damn.
I almost forgot. Yep, okay. No, wait. No, okay. Hold on. So we have a big tournament, and I promised him that I would get him on the show tonight. Let's see if he's still on. Hey, boom. So anyway, we will going forward. We have the Mandalorian Mayhem tournament. And I just
let's do shout outs, yub dub, and then you can like do it afterwards, and Montana can magically put it in and
sounds
erase
good.
all of this evidence of us discussing it otherwise.
Okay, Montana.
154. Is he in? Oh, I thought he was here. All right. Shout outs. Go ahead, Kyle.
Woo! That's good shout out.
That's it.
Wow, that was fucking shitballs dumb. Chico, you got a shout outs?
My shout outs go out to my local community group. We just started a league, and the guys are actually really latching on to it. So I'm super happy about that. It's always good to see when you put a little effort into something and it actually works. So I mean, we're still in week 1, but you know, hopefully it turns into something good. Thanks, guys.
What kind of league are you running?
So just a league where people just kind of play their usual games and report them, and then based on just generic criteria of who you played, where you played, what list you played, all that stuff, whether you won or lost, get you points. Giving out bonus points for every unique store you play in, bonus points for every unique player you play against, bonus points for playing significantly different lists. Haven't completely defined that, but I kind of said is like half your pilots have to be different. So if you're constantly doing like, you know, Luke and Sabine and one other ship and constantly rotating out that other ship, I mean, you're probably not going to, you know, get bonuses for that. And then we blocked out anybody who made a regional cut or better, got labeled as like a veteran, and everybody else was just generic people. So then you get more points for playing against people who are above you. And then the veterans, it's harder for them to get points. So it kind of evens out, making it so that the super good tournament players aren't just trouncing people in the league. And I think it's worked out pretty well so far.
I really like that idea. I'm trying to do that same thing, but just tweak it a little bit because everyone around here is kind of the same. So we're gonna do more of a kind of a king of the hill kind of a thing, where whoever has the most points is like a bounty. Kind of a deal. So if you're on top, you get more points for beating the guys on top than you do in the bottom, and it's a little variation. But that's super good news that your league is kicking off. I know you've had some trouble there trying to get fucking people actually in a store playing X-Wing, but
Yep.
that's good news. That's awesome. Ontopski, any shout-outs, buddy?
I'll give a shout out to Mynock that helped run the event. I know I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure 160 people are very, very thankful for the judges and the tournament organizer and Dee and Farmer and Seeley and everybody else who helped make that possible, and all the Patreons probably that helped them fund that, and everyone else who actually went there. Sound like it was all a blast. I wish I had the chance to go there. Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I really wish I would have been able to make the Mynock Open. That would have been fantastic. Next year, guys, I'll be there. I have an announcement. I know we mentioned it last week, and I'm going to keep mentioning it this week. The Mandalorian Mayhem needs you. We're gonna shatter last year's $500 total donation. What is the Mandalorian Mayhem, you ask? I don't know. It's going to be a live stream event, free for all, happening November 16th at the Walker Classic. 12 pilots, all fighting to become the last remaining Mandalorian. All proceeds are going to the Denver Area Children's Hospital directly through Extra Life Charities. It's an excellent charity, by the way. I recommend them. I even test all the entrants. I'm reading this on behalf of John Connor. Oh, here he is. Never mind. Fucking just disregard everything I said. John, if you want to hold on for 1 second, we're going to yub-nub this baby off because everyone's tired. I want to go to bed. But Montana we'll get into this. My shout-out basically goes to all of our fans, all of our listeners. It goes out to Luke at OCX Pregame. Thank you for keeping that going. Everyone who watches that, thank you for watching him. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for participating in X-Wing. Thank you for all the stuff that goes on. Be sure to join the OCX Aces Facebook page if you haven't. That's where you're going to get all your best updated information at. If you have any questions or emails or anything like that, email us at ocxradio@gmail.com. Wish Montana a happy birthday. He's almost 30, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, by 3 years. He's almost 30.
He's got 3 more years till he hits 30. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
I want to thank... I just want to thank everyone out there. Keep X-Men going, guys. We love the game. You love the game. I hope to meet all of you one day and hopefully not have to buy you a beer because I was wrong on my bet. But other than that, I think we're going to send us off
until they find out they're all wrong and they have to buy you 5 beers a night.
I know, right? And believe me, it works one way. Motherfucker's going to be buying me a beer too. So, of course, they're going to be like, oh, no, I totally believe you, coach. So, anyway, for the OCX Radio Podcast, we're going to yub nub.
Yub nub.
Okay, you guys will not believe this, but we ended exactly at 2 hours.
Whoa.
I love it.
That was awesome. So for you sad Sallies that need to go to bed, get your fucking beauty sleep.
Yep, need the beauty sleep.
For those of you who are still on live, which is pretty much everyone. No, it's a lot of people. We have the one, the only John Connolly on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice meeting you, John.
John
Hey,
Connolly,
nice meeting you guys. Hey,
host of the Back to Dials podcast.
yeah. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Absolutely.
All
All
right.
good.
Sweet. This isn't my normal area, except the kid just went to sleep, and so now I get to broadcast from the garage. And it's goddamn cold.
Light up the cigar and then just
Any place full of hockey sticks is a good place to record.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, this is the 1 week where you guys are short enough that I might actually get through this episode tomorrow at work.
Ah.
There you
Oh, wow. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
It is definitely NSFW.
About an hour and 45 minutes. It's just, yeah.
Hour and 45 minutes.
felt
my
like-
ass.
Wait, I felt like we were pretty safe for work. When weren't we?
When I'm jumping up at my door and turning the volume all the way down because Coach goes off.
Hey,
That didn't happen. That
I
didn't happen.
casually swore tonight. It was like,
Oh, okay.
hey, SSW, baby.
It's my fault. I get it. Like,
He did give me a freaking heart attack when he told me to stop my shout out. I was like, wait. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I told you to stop your shout out.
Well, it was because you had to take care of John Connolly.
You did the timeout.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh.
time out. I was like, oh, Jesus.
You know, Conley, it was one of those things where it was like in the back of your brain, you have that one trigger. And you're just sitting here going along, everything's fine. And then all of a sudden, somebody says one word in the back of your mind, you go, you were supposed to get Connolly on a commercial break. And you're like, oh, fuck. And it happened to be right during Ontopski shout out. So I couldn't help it. The brain just went, warning, you're supposed to get Connolly on to talk about the Mandalorian mayhem. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little sleight of hand. We're going to get you, first of all, in the live audience, but we're going to, okay, so everyone needs
shirt.
I'm gonna say good night. Good night, people.
this
Yep.
shirt design is
Good night, Chico.
Good
amazing.
night, John, and everybody else.
See ya, Kyle.
That shirt is awesome.
yeah.
Where do I
this
get the shirt?
is, it's going to be really hard to get it,
Oh.
but you might still be able to. So we've got this big, long story on the back from this shirt is kind of a dedication to a guy that isn't with us anymore. He didn't make it past about 2 weeks after Walker, and he won the last year's Mandalorian Mayhem. Totally cool guy. So anyway, to get this shirt and anything else that the Mandalorians win, then you have to choose your winner. This year, I said everybody has to donate $50 to get in to even play Mandalorian. Last year, it was a little bit different requirements. We raised about $500. It's the original pay to play and pay to win X-Wing.
Yeah.
It was before crates. It was before you could bribe Brent Wong.
No, this
That was
this was awesome.
So anyway, there's the only way you can get the shirt is to find one of the Mandalorians that has not been sponsored yet. And it's on backtodials.com. And there's a link up there for Walker Classic and Mandalorian Mayhem. There's 12 of us.
These will all be linked on the OCX Facebook page tomorrow. So
Yeah, and I had Asa update it today, so it should still show if somebody hasn't had a primary sponsor yet. So they have to get $50. But if somebody donates 25 plus to a pilot that does not have a primary sponsor, you are the primary sponsor. If that pilot wins, you win everything that they win. So
Oh.
there's a damage deck that Braden Jeffs has come up with that is totally tricked out and sweet, and I can't wait to get my hands on one. There's the t-shirt. There's probably going to be a fire spray that's painted or modded, and Braden does crazy stuff. It's freaking awesome. He takes a bunch of maybe it's Battletech stuff and glues it onto fire sprays. And
that could be.
you may have seen some of his stuff lurking around. It's a lot of people in Colorado have got something of his. But anyway, basically that's how you win with it. Now, if you don't get a chance to become a sponsor, and it looks like right now Tyson Sparks Trademark still needs a sponsor.
Oh, come in. Done. I got typed.
All right.
Done.
And TK127 still needs a sponsor.
Wait, who?
TK127.
Oh, that's such a good name too.
And your favorite from Nebraska, Dog the Brownie Hunter, Jeff Paul Miller.
Oh shit! Who do I pick? Oh.
So anyway, you guys can donate $25 if you want to become a primary sponsor of one of those three folks. Everybody has.
I don't want to just primary. I want to be like. I want my name on the back of his shirt. That's what I want. What does that mean?
I guess I could draw it in on his. Everybody that is entering gets donations, and all this stuff goes straight to the Denver area children's hospitals. It doesn't go through back to Dials or Walker or anything. The link goes to a guy that's going to be doing the announcing. His name is Sam Shepik. He's a TO over at Wizard's Chest, and he's going to try to keep it together, but I doubt it. Anyway, it's his Extra Life charity and the sponsor he's chosen to help is the Denver area children's hospitals. So it goes straight there. You can deduct it from your taxes.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I got to break in here kindly.
Yeah.
Jerry Holt came up with the perfect thing. Says, Coach, get all three of them.
Hey, that'll work.
No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get all three. I'm going to go to the website right now, and I'm going to buy all three of those pilots.
So what you do to do it is when you make a donation, like if you donate $75, say, I am primary sponsoring these three pilots, and put that in the comments. You can also donate to individual pilots. It's kind of like Hunger Games. They might get more upgrades when we start out the gate. And then during the live broadcast of this from 6 to 9 Mountain Time a week from Friday, you guys can pay to watch crazy crap happen during the game. So you want to donate $5 to a pilot during the game, then the guy that's running it will get that pilot a free upgrade right then and there. Like, yeah, here, have this. So it is the original pay to win.
Oh, Coach, there you go. Mark Stewart just had a good thing. Give one of them the O, give one of them the C, give one of them the X.
Oh, yes. Okay, done. So, for all of those listening right now, John, you're going to have to walk me through this. Okay, so I go to the website.
Yep.
And I scroll down. It says donate, choose your champion. But I don't press that button, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Well, it's Tyson Sparks here. Sponsored, none yet. Become a sponsor if I scroll down a little bit.
Right. Become a sponsor is you got to click the support your chosen Mandalorian. Okay. That's going to take you over to the Extra Life. If
I click, okay, now it automatically wants me to do $50. That's for me to become a sponsor, right?
No. There's different donation levels.
Oh, okay.
And you can put in other as well. Just make sure your comments say you want all three.
You and I will talk about this after the show. This is happening. This is going to happen. I'm opening up the pocketbook, and there will be an O, there will be a C, and there will be an X in the Mandalorian Man.
I'm going to have to go get some of those like high school patches.
Yes,
the little letters or whatever that they patch onto your shirt.
Just to get the mailbox letters and just stick on the shirt.
Oh yeah, there's a Home Depot near here. I could do that.
They're like 50 cents a piece. That'll be fine.
Sold. I will do it.
Coach, what you could do is find a way to turn their shirt or whatever they wear into like a NASCAR shirt with all the sponsors of OCX just plastered all over them.
Oh, with Vigaro.
Man. God, I wish I had some extra OCX stickers right about now.
Next year, buddy. Next year. Okay.
Vigaro, OCX the Scent, or 2.0 the Scent.
Bruno. Just fucking Bruno. All right, let's get through this though because I want to inform everybody how they can become additional sponsor. Excuse me.
Go to that link and click become.
Being a sponsor, you can also get additional stuff by donating to this pilot, correct?
Yep. As long as you put the pilot in the comments of your donation, then it will get to that pilot.
So, and guys, this was super fun to watch last year. It was hilarious.
It might still be up there. I'm not even sure what the hell happened. It was crazy.
It did. It got a little crazy. But I think you guys all got your stuff in order. This is going to be fantastic this year. I'm super looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it more now that I'm an owner of three players, but or soon to be.
Yeah, and I want to see this shirt because I sent you a shirt for
I know.
your advertising services. And I want to see it behind you.
It will be worn one night, and it will be up on the wall.
Sweet.
OCX Radio Studios is going to be going through a renovation here pretty soon, so the wall is growing. So yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough room, so we have to grow. But yes,
you're just getting a wide angle camera or a wider angle camera.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the back ass end of my store right now, and we're kind of going through some changes right now, and this is going to allow me to actually be in the store in the near future when I record. So I have a giant OCX Aces mural painted on the wall, and I've always felt bad that that can't be the background. And then the t-shirt thing happened, and the t-shirt thing blew up, and I think I'm receiving 4 t-shirts in the next couple of weeks.
Oh geez.
So obviously I don't have enough room.
Might have to rotate it.
Yeah, it's no, I can't do a rotate. Well, wear one.
Can't you get one of those dry cleaner things and just kind of slowly rotate them through?
just as the podcast goes, just rotate. Oh, that'd be a good idea. But no, we're gonna be linking all this stuff to your to our Facebook page. I'm gonna be talking to all the other guys too. I'm gonna be talking to Dion, Farmer, D.
Sweet.
Chris. We're gonna get this blasted across. But I'm not going to do it until I have my pilots bought, because I know those guys will definitely undercut me and buy those pilots out. And I want to win, baby. I want to win.
Are you giving him the option to pay more to buy out a pilot?
I totally should.
Oh, like you could buy a pilot from me?
I mean, like, basically you're a Hut backer. That's what the theme of this is. You're buying your Mandalorian.
So if you're willing to spend more, you get that pilot instead of the other guy.
There could be like a whole fantasy football thing going on here. Like, trade, maybe. Throw me some money. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if I'm good with this, because Jerry Russell would probably trade me in a heartbeat. I managed to talk him into being mine.
Up in a heartbeat. And as long as I know I'm going against Jerry and I got 3-1 odds, I am totally good with that. Oh, this is gonna be too much fun. I love this competition. This is gonna be great. We're gonna hype the shit out of this, buddy. You're gonna push your $100 or $500. If we don't bust it, I failed you. So we'll get this. I think the 16th is not this
Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday evening. So Saturday is going to be Back to Dials is streaming the X-Wing 2.0 tournament at Walker Classic all day. So it'll be 5 rounds and a top 4 cut, pretty standard. So we're doing this Friday night.
Well, I'm gonna tell the OCX 2.0 crew, because they're filming or they're recording next week, to plug the shit out of you. So
Sweet.
I'm gonna basically like have the Uncle Mark air horn, and just every time I hit it, they gotta plug the Mandalorian Mayhem. So we're gonna get City up there.
Last year we got $100. I think that was our highest during the actual Mandalorian Mayhem, and he didn't even know what to do. He's like, everybody loses their shield. It just random stuff like that. Jerry Holt, unfortunately, Dutch is not flying in this. It's
well, that wouldn't be fair.
What? Oh, we'd all kill him.
Okay, so I need to hit donate, choose your champion. Okay, so it's got Sam Shepik.
That's the guy that's doing the charity. That's his Extra Life charity. And
Okay,
so
not the button I want to click on.
no, it is. You want to click donate now.
So if I click donate,
Mhm.
oh, I put my champion of choice. Okay, so $25 buys me the champion.
Of choice.
My choice.
75 buys all three.
75. Okay, so other $75. 75, doing it right now.
And in the comments, he puts the champions.
Yep.
And in the comments, so show my name as coach. Or is that where I put the names?
No, that's where you put yours, because so Sam goes through the comments to figure out who donated to who.
Oh.
Couch or coach?
No, it's coach. Damn it. Okay, so yes, I'd like to. Of course, I'd like to cover the processing fee. You guys don't need to deal with that. Oh no, I don't want to be anonymous. I definitely put my name on there. Do I add a message? Of course,
Yes.
I add a message.
In the message.
Oh, in the message. Okay, one. I want Tyson.
That's Tyson Sparks TM. That's not actually Tyson Sparks.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Salt Squadron bought the actual Tyson Sparks.
I'm buying Tyson Sparks TM.
Trademark. Yeah.
That's fine. If he wins, I can fucking copyright their asses.
Yep.
Okay, so Tyson Sparks TM. Second team I'm buying is TN something.
It is TK127.
TK127. Team 3.
Dog the Brownie Hunter.
Dog the Brownie Hunter.
This fire spray is awesome. If you see it last year, he went to and glued like He-Man arms on the side of a fire spray and got the big long blonde locks off of Barbie and glued that on too.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in parentheses team name O, team name X. Can I do that? Is that gonna work?
Yeah.
Team name. Damn it. He is X. He is C. I can't even spell my own fucking initials.
We started.
X. Done. PayPal's the only one. Oh God. Okay.
No, that's a credit card. I think PayPal does the processing.
Oh, okay.
Ventham just wanted to make sure you knew that they're not doing it next week. It's the 21st for 2.0.
Okay, so then we got a ways to plug them.
But no, ours is the 16th.
Yeah, theirs is the 16th. I thought. Wait.
Yeah. If we're doing another 2.0 episode with that group of people, it's not till November 21st.
Oh, the fuck! They said they were gonna do it. Oh, sons of bitches.
Not me, right?
No, the OCX 2.0 crew. They said they were gonna do it next weekend, but apparently they're changing their minds now. So, all right. Okay, so everyone, I am not going to go through the absolute every detail of what it takes to sign up for this, but you can donate and go donate, and be sure to sign up for Team O, Team C, or Team X.
And get one of these, maybe, if one of them wins.
Possibly get one of those beautiful shirts, which is fantastic because that is what every linked action should be. Couch.
So
you forgot the beer.
It is actually, if Chillax and Listen to Tunes were linked actions on his action bar, Porgwolf would do them both into a third linked stress-relieving action, cracking a PBR tall boy.
Oh, that's perfect. And it's even PBR. That's the best. Oh, okay. So technically, I don't need to add the. So technically, I don't need to tell Montana to say that OCX 2.0 is next weekend. They're the weekend after that. So.
Why am I presenting?
I think that's it, guys. I think, let's see, 221 was Mandalorian. Connolly, what are you doing next week? Wednesday.
Uh,
The correct answer is I'm going to be on OCX Radio Podcast Show on Wednesday night to discuss the Mandalorian Mayhem once again.
sweet. Yeah, I'll do that.
There you go.
You guys broadcast right after Luke does his awesome thing, right?
Yep. He's pregame. We're the real game.
That helmet is awesome, by the way.
Fuck, it's so good.
I think my wife for recommending the gold Sharpie works very well.
Silver would have been a bitch.
Now, if I could find my way to find a tie, like black helmet, that would look good with the silver.
Dude, I can't even imagine how much that helmet would go for on eBay.
This here? You think so?
Priceless helmet, yeah.
I mean, it was $40 from Hot Topic.
No, I mean with all the goddamn signatures on it, you dummy.
I know.
Kindly, we're gonna have you on for the whole show next week.
Oh crap! No, I don't know that I could do that.
Oh,
for sure.
Pish posh.
Yeah, well, there's this kid thing. I got an almost 2-year-old.
Oh,
that's why I'm in the garage tonight.
How do I stop myself from presenting?
I will stop you.
Okay.
I don't even know why I was presenting you. Anyway, okay. Well, we'll work around your. Well, you just come on whenever the fuck you want to.
I'll come on and say hey. I should have more of the prizes that we're going to be giving away. I cut some gold shield tokens that are Mandalorian themed, and they've got the Mandalorian on the flip side in red. And
okay.
Hopefully, I can get the damage deck. There's alt arts that go along with this. Somebody's winning a fire spray. I'm in the middle of painting mine right now.
Ooh.
So watch for the orange.
Shiny.
Yeah, I do like metallic.
All right.
So anyway, that'll be my entry.
Look out. We'll have you on next week. Topski. Don't be surprised if you don't get on too. So.
Okay. My Wednesdays are normally open.
All right. I think we're gonna cut the broadcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for watching live. Again, tune in next week for all the funness that is OCX.
Thanks for helping us out too.
Yep. So good night, everyone.
Good night.